canvas, you see these two big columns right at the bottom, the revenue streams and the cost structure. Philosophically speaking, these are the two pillars on which the entire lean canvas stands. And it's very important that we look at them at the same time. Please understand that in the revenue part, which I think is very obvious for every startup, is to figure out how the revenues will come. So revenue typically would come from sale of a product, right? So sales is one form of revenue. But you also have to look at what are subsequent revenue streams. That is why instead of writing what the revenues are, you should write where is the money going to flow into your enterprise. One is by sale of product, one is by sale of accessories, one is by sale of insurance of the product if possible, one is by sale of after sales service. Okay, so every good startup has multiple revenue streams. If you don't have multiple revenue streams, it is okay, but you should keep a focus on how can I make multiple revenue streams. Franchising is one such great example. You can start up a store, okay, and that will give you a steady source of revenues, and then you can franchise it out and keep on collecting franchising fees. So that becomes your second revenue stream. Having understood revenue streams, it's very important to understand the cost structure. Why important cost structure? Because in my opinion, revenues can be mythical, but costs are real. Let me explain it. When you start an enterprise, the day one, you start by incurring a cost, whether it is registering your website, buying equipment, by opening up an office. This is all going to cost you money. So you need to keep a very sharp focus on what are your costs. And costs typically can be of three types. One, what is called as capital cost or sunk cost, which is the money that you need to start a business. Second would be fixed cost that are independent of the products or services that you're selling, things that you're going to incur month on month. And then of course there is a variable cost which is directly proportional to the goods and services that you are selling. When we look at these examples, when we fill up the lean canvas, we'll get into more details of what are the revenue streams and what are the different cost structures that we need to consider when building a profitable business model.